Molweni, and welcome to another episode of The Social Show. Gamalamgu Virtualwana. For the next few minutes, we're going to be looking through the biggest stories in CSI, CSR, and shared value in the land. And of course, we're coming to you from our premier sponsor of location, iFundi's offices in the heart of Johannesburg, Sandton, Gauteng. And of course, these education specialists have a lot of amazing work, which you can check out below at www.ifundi.co.za. Otherwise, let's go straight into the headlines. Today marks the end of a week-long national protest by members of the early childhood development community as well as supporters of their plight. They are protesting against an announcement made by the Department of Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu, who said that the President's COVID-19 economic stimulus package, some of that money, 1.3 billion in fact, would be going to 36,000 jobs within the ECD space for youths. Now, they're arguing that this money is poorly allocated as the actual community is facing workforce restraints of over 175,000 people who may lose their jobs in the near future because of the pandemic. The City of Cape Town has encouraged citizens to report domestic violence abuses within the COVID-19 pandemic period, and they've done this with a campaign from Hello FCB+. Acknowledging that a number of families were under additional constraints because of the quarantine period as well as domestic violence, the city briefed Hello FCB to come up with a campaign that allowed citizens to take action and speak for those who couldn't speak for themselves. Let's take a look. To keep the fight against malaria alive as well as top of mind during the COVID-19 period, World Cup winning rugby captain Siya Kolisi as well as top explorer Serey Khumalo have joined a number of athletes who are standing behind the Zero Malaria Starts With Me campaign, which will be kicking off on World Mosquito Day. Against the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic, Siya and Serey have joined a number of athletes to really urge people to remember that they need to fight COVID-19 alongside malaria if they really want to save lives. Fight with Insight is a boxing project for young offenders who have been referred to by the courts for a diversion program after committing an offense. Now, the diversion program consists of two components, the first being that the child must attend a boxing session and the other being they must attend cognitive behavioral therapy. Now, the founder of this specific project is our game changer for this week. I'll let him speak for himself.
We need to push opportunities to places where there are less resources. Because the one thing we know for sure about poverty is it limits opportunity. I belong to an organisation called Fight with Insight, and we're one of the organisations that's part of the Inner City CAN Collective. So as a gym, what we do is we help children with basic health. So we believe that children's health is in the palm of your hand. They need to eat the right food, they need to be fit, they need to have a sense of friends and family, they need to be able to manage their feelings, and they must have fun. So in the inner city, often opportunities for that are limited. So what the collective is doing is bringing together a variety of organizations so that a bigger impact can be made, so that we can fill gaps and not duplicate. The CAN Collective came about where there was a variety of community action networks, really around the Angel Network, where what you're saying is, people always say they don't know what to do. Everybody says they want to help. People all tell me they can't do my job. So I'm saying to them, I'm not asking you to do my job, I'm asking you to do what you do well to help us. So the big thing about the project in the inner city for us is it has to be things that are attainable. So in other words, you don't need lots of money to get them, so they have to be affordable, attainable. They have to be available to you within a short, a short space of time in a short distance, so they have to be accessible. So the big thing has been nutrition and teaching young people about different nutrition. So instead of large plates of kind of white and non-nutritious food, we teach them to think differently about food and to cook differently So it's really a way of thinking about nutrition. The other thing is thinking about fitness. Instead of like lots of gyms and being big and buff and so on, it's about the fact that your heart is healthy, and if your heart is healthy and your gut's healthy, you are healthier. Best place to reach us is via Facebook. It's Fight with Insight. You'll see we've got a little blue logo. There's a little box inside with an I, hence the Insight, and we're inside the site. So it's the ability, it's that concept of a luta continua, luta, it's that struggle continues. So we're there, we're in the inner city, we've got children in our eye. You're welcome anytime. Come join us, be with us. And we always say, if people say, what can they do for us? Well, I don't know what you can do. Come do with us first, and then maybe you'll know what to do.
This marks the end of this week's episode of The Social Show. Of course, if you want to know a little bit more about the stories on the show, you can go to www.social-tv.co.za. Otherwise, you can send me your initiative if you think it's good enough on press@social-tv.co.za. Again, don't forget to subscribe to all our channels and all our mediums. Otherwise, have a good one. Love and light. Goodbye. For more stories like these, go to www.social-tv.co.za. Subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on our social mediums.